Okay, hi all. So this is Solo, and this is another video. This video will basically be about familiars in Hades 2 and how to unlock them. Currently in Hades 2, there are two animal familiars. There is the frog and the cat. To unlock them, you have to just progress through the story, sort of mid to late game. You unlock an incantation. You have to do the incantation at the crossroads at the cauldron. And when you unlock it by, you can't keep beating Hecate and you got to keep progressing through sort of to the mid game, then you will unlock it. The incantation is called the Faith of the Familiar Spirits, as you can see on screen. It will give you an Witch's Delight. The Witch's Delight is the item that you give to your familiar to bond with the familiar. You can make this more than once, so don't worry about what animal you give it to. You can either give it to the frog or the cat first, and then you can get the frog or the cat afterwards as well. It doesn't matter which way you do it. You can both have both familiars anyway. They're the only two familiars in the game at the minute you can have. So after you progress the story sort of halfway, 3/4 of the way through the story, you will unlock this incantation. You make this incantation in the cauldron, like I just said, and it requires, if I remember rightly, it requires 2 nectar and 1 lotus to make this. If you do not have nectar, you can buy it at the shop for 50 bones. If you do not have the bones, you can progress through the levels and it will be a reward for one of the doors as you progress through the levels. And you also need a lotus flower, which you cannot buy from the shop, I don't think, until you actually pick it up. You have to pick that up as you progress through the underground levels. Once you beat Hecate, you go to the second area. The second area, before the second boss, it should be around that area. Once you have the 2 nectar and 1 lotus flower, you need craft the Faith of the Familiar Spirits incantation to unlock the Witch's Delight to then be able to use for your pets. Once you have your pets, you get the frog pet. You get the frog pet from when you die in the game and you get revived. You get back here. Your frog pet will be here. So there will be a third option to give him a item that will then make him loyal to you. Once you give him that item, you can either treat or confide him. So when it says treat, what it means by treat is if you go over and you've already crafted the incantation of Faith of Familiar Spirits, you will also unlock an ingredient you can then make called the Beast Lover's Morsel. This is what you can continuously craft. It gives you 2 at a time. It costs 1 Stardust and 1 Lotus. Okay, so once you get the Stardust and the Lotus, you can make the Beast Levels Morsel. The Beast Levels Morsel levels up your pets. Okay, so your pets have levels and they have skills. When you press the right trigger on the controller, or I don't know what button it is for the, oh, it's G on the mouse and keyboard. You press the treat button, you give him the Witch's Delight, which you just crafted at the cauldron. And then you have a choice. He has 3 skills: the life bond, the soul bond, and the strength bond. This is the frog skills. The cat has different skills, but you can level them up to rank 3 on each. At the minute, I've just ranked this one up to rank 2. But you can continuously craft these treats to level up your pets or your familiars, and you can choose what ones you want to do. I've just basically, the frog is really good against Hecate, because if you did not know, the frog blocks Hecate's projectile that turns you into a sheep. So what you do is you attack the opponent, you attack Hecate. When she gets to her second stage, she then shoots that spell at you to turn you into a sheep. If you stand behind the frog will block the attack and it will completely cancel out the attack, and then you move to the next stage straight away. It is really good, and the main reason you would get the frog as your familiar pet is to block Hecate's attack to turn you into a sheep. Okay, so I'm going to choose rank this up to level 3. Okay, so you get this when you get that food, you rank them up. And I will also show you the second familiar. The second familiar is you see them in the bottom levels, but you also see them in the higher levels as well. And this is the cat. This is your second familiar. She has an ability, if you sprint over her while you are in combat in an area, she will then start to attack the opponents. You can also level her up to attack the opponents multiple times, and she's quite handy as well. And also they have a passive ability. So for example, the cat, if you fish with the cat will automatically pick up the fish for you, and you do not have to do the fishing yourself. The frog is the ability to get shades, and then you get that currency off the shades. You know, when you have to press like the right trigger, left trigger, like the circles pop up above the shades, and you've got to press it really quickly to get the shades. Well, the frog does it automatically, so you don't have to do that. So yeah, so that is the two familiars you can get in game at the minute, and they are the only two familiars at the minute you can get in game. And like I said, progress through the story halfway through, 3/4 of the way through, get the incantation, which you automatically unlock once you progress a certain way through the story. Once you get that, then go to the cauldron, get the resources that you need that we spoke about earlier in the video, make the incantation, then you will unlock the ingredients to make the pet food or the familiar food that you can then use to upgrade your familiar to the next levels. I say the frog is basically to block projectiles. You stand behind the frog, it will block projectiles. And the cat is there to auto fish for you and also to help you attack. If you sprint over the cat, she will also attack the enemies on your screen as well. Just like an extra damage dealer, right? But yeah, that's how you get familiars in Hades 2. If you like this video, hit that like and hit that subscribe button. It helps a lot. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.